I'm William Farrell with the Center for Teaching Excellence at the University of Oklahoma. This video will introduce OU faculty and staff to iMovie, a video editing application available on the Mac platform. iMovie is free, along with other Apple software, including Pages, Keynote, Numbers, and iPhoto, if you have a device that has iOS 7 or later installed. On my MacBook Air, I'm currently running Mavericks OS X 10.9.1, and I'm using iMovie 10.0.2. If you are not a Mac user and prefer working with a PC, Camtasia is an affordable and powerful video editing application that is recommended. OpenSancori is another free cross-platform video editing application. It specializes in creating interactive whiteboard videos with instructor narration. OU instructors have used this application to sync lecture with annotated screen drawings and animations.
Hydrogen group, essential carbon in our group, and then a carboxyl.
Although iMovie is platform specific, the concepts introduced in this overview will work with most professional video editors, including Avid, Premiere, and Final Cut X. The overview topics I'll cover are introduction to the interface, using the zooming features, using the arrow keys up and down and left and right, using the JKL keys, using the spacebar, marking clips with in and out points, controlling still images, and I'll introduce you to effects, dissolves and transitions, and I'll also introduce you to getting rid of the green screen background. This is the iMovie interface, and typically when I teach people how to use nonlinear video editors, I break it down into the upstairs and the downstairs view. So you will see this upstairs view is where your assets are stored. By that I mean video clips, still images, audio files, graphic files. And when I click in this area anywhere, it activates this right-hand window. So right now, any of this footage that I mouse over is being shown in this right-hand monitor. Okay, these video clips are rough. These have the director talking 3, 2, 1 action, but what you will do is you will mark the good parts of these clips and then you'll just bring them downstairs. Now again, when I activate this downstairs window, it also loads the visuals into this upper right-hand window. Here you can see my green screen key. And so just be aware that this upstairs area is your preview clips, downstairs area is where you build the project. Typically when you first import media clips, video files into iMovie, it's zoomed in significantly, okay? So it'll look something like this, which it's hard to see where you are. You guys are gonna have, if you're in my red carpet video workshop, you're gonna have 5 to 15-minute video clips. So I would recommend clicking on this zoom tool. It looks like a little film clip icon, and just drag these sliders to the left and zoom out. You subsequently also, this is where you turn on and off your show audio waveforms. So that sometimes helps when you're editing. So now I've zoomed out considerably. Now be aware though that these are video clips. They look like little still image files, but if you mouse over them, you can see that they do indeed move. When you do import a photograph, it has a little camera icon. So that'll help you distinguish. All right, now I do also want to go over the zooming feature down here in the downstairs area. Again, it's that little clip icon, and I can turn off and on waveforms in this location, and I can also zoom in and out. Now, sometimes it is beneficial to zoom in when you are editing, so you have a little bit more pinpoint accuracy. You can also zoom in with this slider. Okay, so that's the basic interface and how to zoom in and out. I also want to go over here at the top, import, create, and share. Import is what you'll click on to bring media assets into your project. The plus, create, will help you create a new project. And then when you're done editing your masterpiece downstairs, you will then click on share, and you can basically export it out. We will probably export it out as a QuickTime. You do have your libraries here. Really, libraries is where you're going to manage your projects. Here is an earlier project that I was working on, an earlier test, and so when you make a new project, they'll all be listed here in your iMovie library. You also have access to your iPhoto library. I'm going to click back on our current project. The downstairs left-hand area is your content library, so you have pre-built transitions, you have some titles that are pre-built text elements, maps and backgrounds, You can get to iTunes. Be aware, though, that you cannot use copyrighted material in any of your educational material that you will produce, specifically if it's going to be hosted in an open format, meaning YouTube, iTunes U, Vimeo, your own blog, your own website. You cannot use copyrighted material, period. Now, as a faculty member, as an educator, you can use copyrighted material as long as you hide that content behind the 4x4 login, and your students have to log in. Okay, you do have some pre-built sound effects. We'll look at those later. And then if you want to get into GarageBand, if you have stuff in there, you can get there too. We do have some adjustment and enhance features. We will go over those in a later segment. But that's the basic introduction to the interface. I do want to quickly go over the arrow keys. So I've clicked in my preview area, and if I hit arrow up and down, this helps me navigate to the first frame of each video clip or still image. So this will save you a lot of time. If I hold the right arrow key down, it will play the clip in slow motion, and I can scrub the audio. I'm going to click over here on this clip. Okay, so if I hold that right arrow down, it plays it in slow motion going forward. Left arrow goes frame by frame, or if I hold it down, it goes in slow motion backwards. Now downstairs, I can highlight a clip by clicking on it, and I can hit arrow up and down, and it will navigate. Now downstairs is a little bit different because it navigates to the first and last frame of each clip. So this is just a real good, quick way to jump around and navigate. The right and left arrow keys are nice because you can go frame by frame, and if you want to bring in a series of graphics at a 15-frame interval, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then you can mark that point accordingly. Okay, so that's the interface, zooming, and the arrow keys.